The start of this review is a little bit different because today we are showing you 3 of my favorite places here in Sydney, and at the same time I want to share my thoughts on what the Geely EX5 is like to drive to get to some of these places. But don't worry, if you just want a pure review of the Geely EX5, you're welcome to jump onto my channel and find the Geely EX5 full review. But this video is focusing on 3 highlights that I love here in Sydney, and I'm taking the EX5 with me. So how does the car drive so far? Well, we're on the motorway. We are using the intelligent cruise control functionality, and the great part about the intelligent cruise control functionality is, well, it handles our speed for us, number one. So it manages what speed we're doing, controls us so that we're not going to be going too fast or too slow, just the way that a normal cruise control system will, but it also adapts to the car in front. So if the car in front slows down or speeds up, the car will also make those adjustments. The cool thing with the intelligent cruise control system from Geely as well is that it does incorporate steering assist. And what steering assist does is it allows you to go on your longer road trips and basically just remove some of that additional work that you would normally have to do to make these tiny corrections on the steering wheel as you're driving. So the car itself will, with your hand on the steering wheel still, keep you centered on the lane, keep you following at a safe distance, and make any kind of turns as required as you go through bends and things like that in most circumstances. The audio system, I wish we could share it with you so that you could understand just how good the Flyme sound system is. It offers surround sound ambience as well as just the traditional audio input. Another cool feature that I really like on the drive is the heads-up display unit that is part of the Inspire grade. So the model that we're in at the moment to go and show you these highlights is the Inspire. And the Inspire features a heads-up display unit that projects the driver information directly in front onto the windscreen. It projects the information around your navigation as well as your current speed and any other information that you need to be aware of. And more importantly, driver comfort. Let's face it, as the person that gets lobbed with driving everyone to those beautiful highlights and those beautiful scenic areas, you often want to be comfortable in whatever you're driving. And the Geely EX5 Inspire offers a couple of things that will make your drive as a driver just absolutely amazing. And 2 of those things, well, heated seats for one. So in winter or on longer drives, especially if you have back pain, you're going to love the fact that the car has heated functionality for the seating. It also has massage function. So if you want just a little bit of movement in those back muscles to keep you from being too fatigued when you get to your destination and to loosen you up a little bit, all you need to do is pop up the display on the screen that will allow you to select the desired and preferred massage function, which makes your drive super comfortable. That's all for now. Let's have a look at the first stop. Alright, so for the first step, we have come to Dudley Page Reserve. Now, this place is iconic in the views that it will give you, and it's a little known secret to getting some beautiful sunset views here in Sydney. It's located on the corner of Military Road and Lancaster Road in Dover Heights. So let's go have a look. Now, the great thing about using the Geely EX5 to get around Sydney today is, well, it's going to be really affordable because it's using electricity rather than petrol. And I know EV cars can be a little bit daunting to some people, but they're really pretty straightforward. If you have the ability to charge at home or even utilize some public charging, it can make it really simple for you. Just literally going home, plugging it in, and from as low as about $3 to $4 per 400 to 500 Ks worth of range, it's actually pretty brilliant. Now, mind the construction in the background. Usually there's no noise up here. It's just tranquil. You'll get a little bit of street noise, maybe the occasional plane overhead, but you'll get to enjoy these beautiful views of Sydney. So on the left-hand side, of course, the iconic city skyline of Sydney City, including the Centre Point Tower, Moving along to the beautiful and iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Opera House to the left of it, and some nice views to the right of North Sydney. Now, this place here is fantastic at sunset. It just looks absolutely spectacular, particularly on a day where it's not so overcast, but you have a sprinkling of clouds. You'll get some beautiful shots of the city. Plus, it's really peaceful up here, usually when there's no construction. And on days where you come where it's slightly less soggy and wet, thanks to some rain here in winter. But one of the beautiful things about having the EX5 on this little adventure for us today is if you were coming with friends, you would have plenty of space for up to 5 people in the car and heaps of space in the back if you were a family to store anything, soccer balls, footballs, whatever it might be, picnic blankets, picnic baskets, strollers, prams, you name it, the EX5 has a lot of space. But enough talk about the EX5, let's make a move to the next spot. So spot number 2 on our Geely EX5 Sydney adventure is Mrs. Macquarie's chair here in the heart of Sydney. Now, as you can see behind me, this spot offers some beautiful views of the harbour, of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and also the Opera House. Founded in 1810 or carved out in 1810. Not really sure the way to actually describe that one. It was Governor Macquarie's wife, Elizabeth, that he wanted a beautiful sandstone seat or chair carved out by the convicts from a single piece of sandstone to gaze upon the harbour and this beautiful view behind me. So let's go have a look and try to find the original seat. So one of the things I've found with the EX5 as we adventure through Sydney is it's really capable of getting us around each and every location that we need to go. It's solid in terms of its steering, it doesn't feel too light, and of course the ability for us to be able to input the navigations into the large digital display in the center means that we can find some spectacular places like Mrs. Macquarie's chair with ease with the navigation prompts. But how beautiful is this spot here? And while many people will come to Mrs. Macquarie's chair and actually never see the chair itself, me included, this is it. Now you may be wondering why it's here, because the background doesn't actually have the beautiful, iconic Sydney Harbour view that you currently experience in 2025. And that's because the bridge wasn't completed until the early 1930s and didn't start work until the 1920s. So there wouldn't have been a bridge for Mrs. Macquarie to watch. To the right, you'll find the naval yards. In front of it, you'll see North Sydney and the ferries coming across from Manly and Taronga Zoo and all those areas there. And of course, to the left, you will find the iconic view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, as well as the Sydney Opera House and views of the city skyline. But do you think it was worth the convicts carving out this seat for Mrs. Macquarie in 1810? Let's get back in the car. And final spot in our adventure through Sydney with the Geely EX5 is Blues Point Reserve. Behind me, you will see the iconic skyline of the city, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and of course, the Sydney Opera House. So if you're wanting to adventure and road trip around Sydney City or your city and you want some iconic places to see and visit, then I hope you get to discover some of these points. And if you do it in style, you can even do it in the Geely EX5.